Hello folks. Hey, I was crafting this morning and decided that I would, let me get here on my YouTube, that I would just go live and do some crafting. I've got a pile of stuff that I made a long time ago. This is what it usually looks like when I craft. I've got some envelopes, some journal tags, and some of this is really old, way back when I first started, but it's just been sitting around. It's not finished. And so I thought I would go through and finish it up. And I've already done several pieces. I've got this camera a little straighter. I've got this box here, and I've created some double journaling cards out of some leftover scraps. Lots of journaling cards that I've created. And then after the journaling cards, I have some pockets. I used to be very flowery and girly and in my design, and I'm a little more rustic now. Boy, isn't that a big, long, that could be a belly band. It is a pocket. It's got some stuff in it, but and then I have some belly bands in here, and then I have a little section for envelopes. And then back here is ephemera or not ephemera, but embellishments that I have made. One thing I haven't used yet in here, I took these, it's kind of like handmade washi tape. I took, and I did a 10-minute tips video on this. When I do my shipping labels, they're way bigger than what I need on the envelopes. So I cut them down, and then the pieces that are left over, I just collage on them or put napkins on them so that I can use them in my work. Now I'd have to add something else to it, but these are label paper, so they stick. And I love doing this. It just gives me some stickies, although I haven't used them yet. So we'll have to use some of those. So anyway, I just thought I would turn on the camera and see what happens. I've also got a lot of these little strips that are just strips of paper that I sewed on. Some of them have fabric on them, some have washi tape, some ribbons, some pattern papers. These are just little strips of paper, and I love them for adding. I have a few that I've used them on today. I really like that one. So you can see what I did is I just made, it's actually a pleat, but it's what we call a ruffle, and then I just stitched on some ribbon. So I have a whole bunch of those. Some big, some small. And then all around my desk, I cleared off a space so that you didn't have to look at all my mess, but there is mess everywhere. But I have all sorts of little pieces of this and that, and I've got some bins down here, and I've got some lace and some cheesecloth I dyed. I took my tea dye and I, did that trick of rubbing it on the pad, and then spritzing it with water. I did have to really wet the cheesecloth first because it took the dye in sort of clumps. So I wet the cheesecloth, and then I dipped it in the tea dye stain, and then I put some vintage photo down and did just pieces of it in the vintage photo. So it's kind of got a two-tone look, and I really like that. So I've got some cheesecloth. I've got some uncolored cheesecloth. I've got tons. This is just one of my button bags. I spilled this on the floor this morning, you guys. I been on my hands and knees picking up buttons. Oh, I got a hole in this. I'm gonna have to fix that. In fact, let's just fix it right now while I'm looking at it. Oh, it looks like there's a couple of people in here who joined. If you'd like to say hello, please say hello. I'm just hanging out and crafting. Gonna finish up some ephemera. There. So those are the supplies that I have out to work with. It looks like this bag on the floor, and then I ran over it with my chair. So it looks like happened. And once I buy some more gallon bags, which I am out of at the time, I will transfer these over. But for right now, oh, got a couple people in here. Who else joined? Don't be shy. Come say hello. I'm just taping up my button bags so I don't lose them all over the floor. And then we'll get started. So I was just showing some of the ephemera that I have already finished this morning before I decided to turn on the camera. And then this pile of stuff is stuff that I made. I mean, some of it way back when I first started. And it just needs to be finished up. It needs to be decorated so that it's ready to use. And so I thought I would come on and do some decorating and chat if anybody cares to chat. I've got my sewing machine going. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. That doesn't need a whole lot. Maybe something right up here and a little glue on the bird. So let's start with that one. He's kind of cute. Let's see. Don't want anything too bulky because it is a writing space. Oh, and it's got another bird on the back. I like that. Okay, so we need to put something up here. How about a label? Y'all like my ephemera book that I made? Isn't this fun? Some lace. I had some scrapbook paper that I knew I would never use. They're little teepees or wigwams. And then the back is this I would use. But this on the front, I knew I would never use it. So I put it on a ephemera book. And same thing with the inside paper. That's just not something. It's dream catchers, but just the color combination and stuff just not probably ever use. So let's see what we have here. Maybe a blue one to pick up some of this blue down here. Like maybe just a label right there. I like it. I am going to cut off these little corners though. I don't like it quite so square. And then once I get all these ephemera pieces made, I can go in and start making some more journals. So where's my, I kind of tidied up in here. Now I can't find anything. All right, let's just put that. Maybe get it halfway straight. And there we go. I think that's cute. Put just a little touch of glue. You know, it's funny, after these things sit for a while, they you sometimes have to go back and glue them. That's why I like using ephemera that's been made for a while, because if anything's going to come, you can fix it versus using brand newly made ephemera where it may come up later. So there we go. A double journal card, little bird on the back, and that one's done. And it's going into the finished ephemera box. Put it in the journal card section. I love these other double journal cards that I made earlier. I had some offcuts. It's probably too long. I had some offcuts that were double-sided, and so I just put some coffee dyed paper in there and decorated the fronts of them, and now they're double journal cards. I have this one. I had this fabric cluster all made up, and I added a button with some of my thread that I had before. I had done a video on that. And again, the coffee dyed paper. And then this one, again, with one of, in fact, I made this piece in the live stream. No coffee dyed paper in here because it's light enough that you could write on it. So I like those. I made those earlier. Or actually, I think I made those yesterday. This one I made this morning. I really like her. So it had nothing but just some collage on it. And I added some lace and some ribbon and a little ruffle, fabric ruffle, some cheesecloth. And then I'm finding on these washi stickers, and I love the washi stickers because they're matte finish. I don't like that shiny finish, but they're also very see-through. So a lot of times when you put them down, you can't really see them. And so I've started putting them down onto like coffee dyed paper and then fussy cutting them so they have some backing behind them so you can see them. So that's another one that I did. I did that one this morning. All right, let's another piece. Oh, here's a pocket. This pocket was made out of a junk mail envelope. I'm going to move the camera just over a little bit so it's easier for me to reach. Oh, got some people coming in. Say hi. That's down and that's down. So those are not extra pockets. So we need to do something with this guy. What shall we do? How about, and if you're here, you know that if you help me decorate, I tend to do some happy mail and may actually send you some of the goodies that we make. So I put this little piece of black lace up here. I'm not sure I like that. I guess it matches the black in the rest of this, but not sure I really like that. So I think maybe we get out the flower box. Let's see. Not white, not pink. Oh, hey, Helen. Thanks for joining. I'm just playing. Just finishing up some ephemera that's been sitting around in my to be finished box forever. And I thought I would just turn on the camera since I was just sitting here creating and see who might be out there and wanted to join me. So I'm working on this piece. I do not like this black lace up here. I suppose I could rip it off, but I want to see what we could do without ripping it off. All right, I've got a few things here. Let's look first. This might be too big. I've got some of these flowers and it kind of matches the tones of the paper. So what are you up to today, Helen? Oh, that's kind of pretty, and it's got a little black behind it, so the black ties in with the black on here. What do you think about that? I kind of like that. I'm not going to glue it all the way down so it keeps a little bit of dimension. The leaves, there we go. So there's that. Now I'm thinking a little bit of lace maybe. Just hanging out with the hubby. My hubby is at work today. he used to only work one Sunday a month, but then his days off were like usually Sunday and then a day during the week. He never really had 2 days in a row off. And so he traded and said, I'll work every Sunday if I can have 2 full days off. So he started that, and I love it because, I work at home, so it really doesn't matter. What do you think of that? Let's put a little strip of that down. And watching craftiness. Well, I'm glad you joined me. Like I said, I'm just crafting along and thought I would go live. And usually when I go live, I get a few people join, and it's fun. Later, we go to pick up a cake for a friend's birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Is it today? Or are you just celebrating today? Thanks, Helen. I like the lace and the flower too. And then I was thinking I have some of these little flowers that also match. And I was thinking I might put maybe a darker one. No. A lighter one. No. I don't know that I like those there. It's 2 pieces and it just doesn't look right. Unless I did a cluster. What do we think about the cluster? I actually kind of like that. Because then it ties in all you have that triangle that the 16th, but theirs is the 18th. Oh, okay, so you're going to get together and celebrate all together. That's a good idea. I suppose we get to, our adult ages, and it's not quite so important to celebrate actually on the day. We have, my hubby and I have agreed to stop buying gifts for each other, and we either go out to a nice dinner or we'll, buy steaks and just have a nice steak dinner at home on the grill. Because my birthday's in August, so that's the perfect month for grilling. Hubby is in January, so a lot of times we'll, go out to eat for his birthday. There, how's that for a pocket? Yeah, I know. I like the little bitty flowers too. I really love using the little flowers. Now, most of these that I've made, I've sewed around, but I don't think I can sew around this one because I've got the card down here. I've got the flower up here. So this one, I don't think I'll sew around. I do think, though, that I will re-ink it because the ink appears to have faded some when I first put it on. I probably should have inked it in black, but I didn't. I suppose I could go over it in black. Thank you, Helen. And I do send out happy mail from my videos, so if you want to, my email is just inkedpulp@gmail.com. If you send me your full name and mailing address, you may just get a little bit of happy mail. I like that one. Okay, that's going to go in the finished pile. This is so much fun getting all of this stuff finished, because it's just been hanging around forever. Oh, look at these 2 pockets that I did today. I love these 2. Or maybe I did these last night. Threads. I like a little thread hanging, but that's a little too long. But look at these. Aren't those fun? and they have a little pocket on the front with a little card. And I even sewed around the little bitty cards. And then there's that one. So those were fun pockets too. So yeah, I'm just having fun making ephemera. And now this one's kind of plain. It's a pocket, and I do want to sew around this one. So I actually hang tight out of frame. Oh, I do that all the time, and I'm really, hang on, let me show you again. These were the two that I was showing. This one with the itty bitty journal card that's sewed around, and this one with the itty bitty journal card and the little pocket on the front. And then those are pockets that will fit on a page. So there they are. Sorry about that. And now we have this one. I'm going to sew real quick. Won't take me but a second. But I do want to sew around this one so that it gives it a little more character. So bear with me as I sew. Whoops. I always do that. If you sew, you know that, like, if you don't pull your thread through a little bit extra, then you start to sew, your top thread comes out of the needle. And it is so annoying. I hate when that happens, and that just happened. Well, I'm not going to fuss with it right this second. So, pockets within pockets. Yep. Okay, couldn't get that sewed just now. So let's look at what can we do with this one. If you have any thoughts, Helen, please let me know. If you think of something that you think might, this isn't real feminine. It's a little more neutral. Let's look at some of my ephemera that I have created. Oh, I have these little buttons, and I had done these a while back, and I just finished up some more yesterday. Look at these little flowers, and when I first did them, let me find an early one. When I was first making them, I just made them with the paper that I inked, glued on a button, and then sewed in a little piece of string. But then yesterday I was making them, and I thought, oh, they could use a little more color. So why not use up, do you see the extra color right beneath the button? So I have, let's see what I did with them. I have some hole reinforcers, and I did a video on this. It's in I think it's in my 12-minute tips section. And I took my alcohol inks and colored all of these hole reinforcers. Use ink stitching. Yeah, I can do those. I do need to get my machine rethreaded though. But I made all of these colored hole reinforcers that I can use on tags, but I also use them then on these flowers right beneath the buttons and added a little color that way. So I am thinking that maybe, oh, I see something else that might go there too. These, no, they're not stickers. It's just book paper that I roughly tore into circles, and I tore 2 sizes of them. They're all very irregular. Come on, there we go. They're very irregular, then I just inked them, but they're not stickers. I glue them on. But I also have, look at that. There's a little cluster that actually works really well on there. So I think I might do that instead of the button, or the little button flowers. What do you think of that? Oh, you watched the alcohol ink hole reinforcers, Helen? It's a fun idea if you have alcohol inks. I don't know how well it would work with, like acrylic paint or anything like that. Okay, we can put that down there. I'm just trying to decide if we need anything else underneath it, like maybe awesome. I don't know that it needs anything else underneath it. I think it's good just the way it is. And I'm going to go back here now that I'm not seeing double. I'm going to see if I can get this machine threaded. So Helen, have you watched all of the 12-minute tip videos? I haven't done one in a while because I just haven't really had any new tips. I went through in the beginning and did all the ones I could think of right up front, and then I have a few, and I do need to put another one out, but I haven't for a little while. Hang on a second here. I will get this machine threaded. I don't know why. I think that my machine will automatically thread. I think it will. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. And that may be the next thing I do later today when I'm done with this, is figure out how to get this thing to thread itself. But I got it. So let me sew really quick. Oh, well, fudge. It came out again. I'll just sew it later. You binge watch them? Oh, watercolor, yeah. Yeah, that would work too. But I was thinking, like acrylic paints probably wouldn't work because they just clump. You wouldn't get that flow of color, but definitely watercolors. Okay. I don't always comment, yeah, and that's okay. Not everybody does. As long as people find value in them, I love doing them, and not everything applies to everybody, but there we go. Once we get some sewing around that, I think that's a pocket. So I'm going to put that on the sewing table, and we'll go on to the next thing. Oh, here's a tag with a great big old key on it and a heart. And I'm not sure what else that might need. Maybe one of these would go well there. With some lace underneath it, or some cheesecloth. No, I want to use lace. So I have, see this box of lace, and it's, let me see if I can get you up a little bit so you can see it better. It is a full box of nothing but lace. I got this at a not a yard sale, an estate sale. And I said, oh, that's fine by me. And some of this stuff, like this really old lace, way back in the day, it was $1.50. It's 6 yards of lace, but it's never been opened, never been used. It's old vintage lace. So I've got some old, ooh, here's some with some pink in it. Let's see about this. Oh, maybe that's not pink in it. It's pink with it. Huh. But yeah, I will have that in my next sale. I don't know if you've been to any of my, how much did I say about what? Oh, that one thing of lace originally was $1.50. That was the original price on it. So what if we put a piece of lace I've got 5 people in here. I don't have 5 people talking. Feel free to say hello. Let us know you're here. There we go. So now I've got the key, a flower, and then this, and then I need something up here. Oh, Lordy, I don't know. For that whole box of lace, I think it was like $12. And some of it's not great lace, some of it's real, the real inexpensive stuff, but it's worth weeding it out for. There we go. There we go. So there's a little flower. Now we need something across the top here. I have this lace that was with it that's kind of pink, but I think that blends in too much. Can't really see it. And then I've got this little piece sitting on my desk. Oh, you'll have to come, even if you just watch, even if you don't buy anything. We have so much fun at the sales. I'm going to put this lace up here. We joke and laugh, and there's some pretty good deals to be had, and it's just a fun time. Regardless of the purchasing. Ah, there we go. Now, I think what that needs is a hole up here with a ribbon through it. So I'm going to get out my great big old crocodile. I can never punch holes right in the center. I have to make a mark for some reason. So we're going to put it about right there. And I craft like I cook. I have every supply I own out on the table or out on the counter. And then I have a huge cleanup when it's all done. I think I'll put a silver one on there. Kind of goes with that black key. There we go. And then we'll punch it. There we go. And now I need some ribbon to go in there, and I'm thinking that what I might want this is another thing I did on the 12-minute tips video. Oh, so Helen, will you send me an email? Again, it's inkedpulp@gmail.com. And will you please well, Helen Loves to Create is going to be your channel. I don't know that I knew you did sales. I am going to have to come and see one of your sales on Thursday. I'm doing a sale on Tuesday, and my sale this week is going to be books because I have so many books. All right. The pink is kind of obvious. How about if we do something other than pink? How about if we do some sari silk that is just a beige, a nice beige? And I suppose I could color that, but well, Helen, I've seen people coming and going, but you're the only one, and I love it. So definitely send me your info, and I'll send you a little bit of happy mail from this video. Okay. There, whoop, that side came out really short. One side that's long and one side that's almost non-existent. Let's see if we can even them up a little bit. There we go. What do you think of that one? Come a long way since I first started it. Oh, good. Do you have somebody to moderate for you? To me, that's the biggest thing that really makes it successful, is having a good moderator. So what do you think of that one? I like it. All right, that's going in the finished box. And I don't have a section for tags yet, so I'll make one. All right, now it's fun to just have all these bits and pieces out on the desk. Gorgeous, thank you. A lot of fun, actually. I've seen other people do this online, and I thought, oh, I could never do that. Oh, I like this one. This is fun because I used a bit of like spiral notebook paper, and I left it kind of hanging at the top. This could be a journal card. It's got paper on the back. Or I suppose I could use it as a pocket, either one. I need to glue this down a little bit. Doesn't need a lot, I don't think. A lot of these, some of them do, but a lot of them just need a little something, something. All right, Helen, what do you think? Pocket or a journal card? Oh, good, good. Yeah, moderating is, I have a really good moderator too. So what time is it on Thursday? And what time zone is it in? So I've got this little bit of fabric that I stamped. It says lovely. And I'm wondering about, kind of balancing out the more red tones and maybe a little bit of cheesecloth underneath that. 2 p.m. Central. So if I'm Eastern, that's going to be, is it an hour difference? Because I'll share it out on my, my groups and my channel and stuff as well. What do you think? I actually kind of like that. And I think that's all that needs. Other than, this stitching thing is going to drive me nuts. I'm going to try it one more time. And I usually don't have this much trouble. It's because I'm on camera and trying to do it. But I am going to look and see if I have an auto thread feature. I hope I do, because that would be just awesome. I'd be happy to advertise your sale for you. Because my sale is on Tuesday night, and if you stop by, we'll definitely introduce you and advertise. And even if you don't get a chance to stop by, I can announce your sale and, maybe get you a few more people. Especially if you're selling lace and ribbon. Yes, that sounds right. Yeah, I think it's an hour difference. So I would be, like I said, more than happy to share out your information. I've not, maybe I have. Have I seen you in any of the sales that I usually go to? I don't recall. If you've been there, it's not been a lot, I think, because I don't recall seeing your name. So maybe, you can pick up some different viewers or some different buyers if I advertise for you, if they're not the buyers that you typically get. And like I said, I'm happy to do that for you. Okay, I'm just about there. I think I about got this thing. And I am not going to let it pull out again. It's going to stay. It's like just getting it through that dadgum little needle hole is a real pain. And my eyesight, even though I have bifocals, my real up-close vision is just not that good anymore. It really sucks getting old sometimes. As my dad keeps saying, the alternative is worse. That you're not around to get old. But I just wish I had all my same senses I had back when I was 20. All right, I've got it, and I'm not letting it go. So hang tight here. Let me sew a couple of things. And then we'll get back to doing some crafting. I just have 2 things to sew here. So Helen, have you seen any of my videos where I work on the jewelry that I make? Because I'm also a metalsmith, and I do occasionally go online and make some metal. You go to Keisha's Creations. Mine is going to start at 4 p.m. Eastern. So I guess that would be 3 p.m. your time. So here's this one, all stitched, this one that we made, and I got it stitched. And I just think it looks so much nicer. So that's a pocket for the pocket pile. And let me stitch around this butterfly. Hold my strings so I don't lose them. no, I'm being quiet. I find this terrible thing that I can't concentrate and talk at the same time. Kind of like one or the other. My husband used to get so frustrated back when I used to work in the corporate world. He would call me, and if I was working on a report or figuring out numbers or doing something where I really had to think about it, I couldn't talk to him on the phone. We would have long pauses, and I would say, and he would just say to me, "I'll let you go. You can't talk to me right now." He was so funny. He could tell. No, because then I would want to try it. I already have too many crafty. Oh, well, the thing about the metals is you may want to try it, but it takes a lot of supplies. I mean, expensive. Doing it for so many years. I've collected stuff over the years. So I promise you, it's not something you could just go and start doing. I mean, the jewelry hammers that I use, those things are like $50 a piece. And I've got several of them. But I've collected them over the years, didn't just go out and buy a whole bunch of them. So metals aren't something you can just jump into. Now, you can just jump into beading if you like to do that, but not the metals. All right. What do you think? Good enough? I think it's good enough. Little cheesecloth. Let's glue down that. I made and the other thing is the supplies. Like in one video, I had a custom order for a sterling silver ring. And, sterling silver, just the raw metal anymore, is really expensive. I've had to increase my prices a bit on the jewelry because of that. All right. So there we go. Another one done. We've got 6 people in there. Come on, you folks who are watching. Speak up. Say hello. So, what did we decide on this? Helen, do you think we should do this as a pocket or a journal card? It does have room on the back for writing, but it could be either. Might be kind of hard as a pocket with these, like putting stuff in and out. So maybe it needs to be a journal card. Let's put it as a journal card. All right. On to the next one. On to the next one. Oh, this one's kind of fun. This is another one of those. Ooh, look at that grungy paper on the back. And all of my papers I did myself. In fact, I need to do another batch. I am just about out. So this is another one with the stuff at the top. And I'm wondering, the other thing I did recently, I don't know if you saw this live, Helen, but I had, from tearing fabric from one of my sales, I had this wad of leftover thread, and I started to throw it out, and then I thought, no, that's perfectly good stuff. Why would you throw it out? And so I did a live where I just made a whole bunch of stuff using the oh, that's kind of cute. But that's not going to work because it's a journal card, and this is way too bulky, and if you turned it over, you couldn't write on it. So I don't want to do that. In fact, I probably don't want to do any of these. Let's see what else I might have. Oh, I've got these little stickers. that I got from Little Birdie. And I just love them. And I'm thinking the colors, come on out of there. The colors go really well. Too many flowers, and the pot's much bigger than the tree. I don't think that's going to work, but I do really like those. All right, let's see what else we've got. Oh, I've got these kind of orangey flowers. And there's that kind of orangey color in the... What if we did that with... a piece of fabric. And maybe, and then I would just need something over here. Maybe just a little piece of some lace or lighter color fabric. Oh, here's a little piece I just pulled off of that. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Isn't it fun? So, Helen, I'm curious, how do you craft? Do you have like something in mind that you're going to make and you just make it? Or actually, I'm going to sew down the middle of this. Or do you just sort of, craft as you go and work more spontaneously? I tend to work spontaneously, and there's a lady I watch, Taddy Treasures. She's in the UK, and I really admire her because when she crafts, she gets out like several things. Like she'll get a little stack of bird cutouts or flowers or whatever it might happen to be. And she just works with the stuff that's on her desk. And I cannot do that. Because as soon as I feel like I'm trapped into just those things, I want something else. And so when I craft, it's all or nothing. It's very spontaneous and everything is on my desk. Every once in a while, I'll have something in mind. Oops, I put that way down too low. Covered up all the lace. Okay, so there we have a little bit of lace and a flower and that cute couple. And now we need something here, something little. Well, let's see. I got 2 flowers on there, so I probably don't want another flower. How about a little bitty something? Nope. I just need a little tiny something to go there. And I need my tweezers. That's probably too little and blends in too much. Let's see about, oh, that's a little too little. Don't want it too small, don't want it too big. We want it just right, and that's always the challenge, isn't it? How about one of these number stickers? I think that will do it. Let's ink it up. Did I lose you, Helen? And then I think maybe take some of this string, just a little bit of it, and give it a little more texture under there. Or do we need to put it kind of in the middle? Nope, I think it needs to go down towards the bottom, but maybe a little higher. All right, let's put this guy on here. And then the little number. Oops, my flower didn't stick. I have to put it down again. Put a good dollop of glue on there. All right, and there's another journal card. Isn't that fun? Pretty plain at first. I'm going to sew around this real quick. Actually, I'm not. I'll do that off camera. I'll just keep decorating and then I'll sew those. Ooh, here's a ginger beer. Let's put let's see here. If I have one of these that I like with that. So I've got the red, but it's got book page there and book page on this one, so that's not going to work. Got some of these stickers from not your Creative Studio. From the Dollar Tree, or the $1.25 tree as it's now known. And I don't remember where I got these. I think it was at an online sale. Or maybe they were a giveaway. I don't remember. But I'm wondering. Oh, this is a frame and a stopwatch. What if we put the stopwatch on there? And backed it with some fabric and cheesecloth. Well, hey, Tammy. I'm just on here. I was crafting away on some of my unfinished stuff, and decided I might as well just turn on the camera. All this stuff is stuff that I made years and years and years ago. And it's just been sitting around. So I thought, well, I will get online and finish some of it. Been having a lot of fun. So here's the piece I just finished. Look at this. It was from a spiral notebook, so I've got the crusty edges, and it had the collage in the background. It had this picture on it, and it had this little tag, and so we added all the rest of it, and it's got nice grungy paper on the back. So that's the one I just finished. And now I'm putting this ginger beer, and I'm looking for a piece of scrap cloth. That might be nice under there. Good to see you on. Just had to come say hello. Aw. Well, thank you. You know, I'm getting to the point that I really enjoy these live sessions. I didn't used to do them. Well, I didn't really have the camera set up either. I had just my phone and my phone speakers on the fritz, and I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. And now that I'm doing the live sales, I enjoy just coming online and crafting, which, like I said, I didn't used to enjoy so much. Tear this way down. And it's always fun to watch other people craft, to see how they come up with their ideas or what sparks them. All right, what do y'all think of that? Put a little kitty corner. Put this down here so we see some of the green. Miss being live to just get to craft. Haven't got to craft in a while. I'm sorry. You know, you need to call me. We need to catch up on chat because we haven't chatted in a while. I need to find out what's going on in your world. I have my appointment tomorrow for 2-week post-surgery checkup. All right. What do y'all think of that? You like that little cluster on there? I like that little cluster on there. And I guess at the end of the day, getting a new craft room, oh, that's going to be fun. I have, you know, it's funny because I really do believe this, that no matter how much space we have, we fill it to its capacity. And if that's a little space, then we're busting at the seams and everybody says, oh, I need more space. But then you get more space and you fill that too, because I have full garage, which is the original garage on the house, not the one I park in is up off of the kitchen. This was the original garage, and it runs the whole length of my house. Now I don't have a huge house anymore. I used to, but I don't have a huge house anymore, but it runs the whole length, and I get the entire thing. And half of it is my metal studio, and half of it is my paper crafting. And now I have a retail space set up front to sell my jewelry and stuff. And then I have my sale space in the back where I store all my stuff for sales. And I'm telling you, it is jam-packed full, and it's way more than I ever had in my last house. I'm looking for a little button to go on here. So I just believe that no matter how much you have, you will fill it up. Ooh, I have a little button that broke. So how about if we put it coming off of that little stopwatch? Oh, how fun. How fun is that? A little partial button. Never thought about breaking buttons and using just part of them. Do you think it needs anything? What do you guys think? Oh, we always do. Are you talking about me? Helen does great in sales. I do really well in my sales, but Tammy, my world in OKC, has sales as well, and she does equally as well. I'm wondering if we need a little word up here. Let's see what I've got. I need to print some more words and cut them out. Nope, not that one. But yes, how about a smile? But I like to cut these down a little bit. I don't like so much. So much extra paper. And I like to ink them up. Gotta run. I'll be sending an email. Okay, thanks, Helen. Thanks for coming by and chatting, and definitely send me an email. I will drop you some happy mail. So Tammy, what I've been doing when I do these kind of create with me videos, if people speak up and help me create, I will send them some happy mail with some of the stuff we create, especially if it was something like the last one I did. Barbara Hamilton actually created a couple of pieces, told me what she wanted, and I did it. And so I sent her those couple of pieces. So I like doing that. That's fun. So I told Helen if she sends me oh, here's a little one. No, that might be too little. So I have these little pieces of paper that I just did a zigzag stitch on. I was just thinking one might be kind of cute behind that smile. So I think I'm going to do that. It's all the fun little touches, right? Yeah, it is. And it's fun, Tammy, because, one, people love to get stuff and happy mail. And two, it, gets people being interactive and being a part of the whole thing. So I got lots of texture on this. This is a journal card, so I have to be careful not to put things that are too bulky because, someone will need to write on it. I want to get the torn bit at the top. So it's funny, my number watching keeps going up and down, up and down. People are checking in and checking out, which is great. But not a lot of people are talking, which is funny. All right, what do you think of that? And I think that's easy to write on the back. So I'll sew around it. Oops, I got that all cockeyed. What do you think? I kind of like it. As a journal card, needs some sewing. Tammy, did you send me these? Did these come in something I bought from you? I can't remember where I got these, and I love them, and I'm really torn on how to decorate them, whether to decorate them at all. I think they need something, maybe lace or fabric, or you did. I thought you did. I love these. These are in my to be finished pile. Did you hand stitch all of these? These are so pretty. I'm going to set those aside for now because I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do with them. Ooh. Ooh, we have some little envelopes. How about we decorate some envelopes? And you know what I haven't? You did hand stitch them. They're beautiful. What did you use to make those tiny, tiny little holes? Certainly you don't have a hole punch that is that tiny. You know what I haven't done any of? I haven't done any stamping yet. Long time ago. Well, they're really, really pretty. Okay, I'm going to do a little stamping. That one's got some text in white. Yeah, I thought I got those from you. And I don't know if they were like something I bought or if they came, I think they came in a bag of goodies, like a grab bag of things, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be. All right, we've got a little bit of stamping. Now, I've got some fabric clusters, and I don't know if any of them will work on here. Or some, this is a ruffle. Nah. Too bulky. Not the right colors. So I have some stuff in here, but it's just not the right. And I don't like this. It's not the right color with this thing. So I'm just going to take that off of there. But that might be cute on that envelope with a little something right here. A purple kid. Okay. That makes sense. I think I'm going to use that little cluster there and find something else to put on it besides that red bow, because that did not go at all. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. Boy, everybody must be watching March Madness on. We're getting gutters today. I have to run. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be on for a little while. I'm just going to craft, and whoever shows up, shows up. If nobody does, nobody does. It's not. I was going to be crafting anyway. So, hope the rain subsides for you. We're not. I think we've got a nice sunny day. I don't have my garage door open, so I can't see. But thanks for coming by. Oh, that is adorable. Now, maybe I could use one of those little button clusters that I couldn't put on because it was just too bulky. Oh no, that's a little overwhelming. How about this one? Kind of looks like a bird's nest. I don't know. I'm not so thrilled with that. Let's see. Oh, let's try some of these. These are some of those I showed live. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, I didn't do any sharing. I just came on and started doing my thing. Let's see if we have one of these flowers that might work on there with the colors. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Not a lot of contrast in that, though. Let's see if there's one with more contrast. That's pretty. Nope, not enough contrast. I like that one. And again, I think putting just a little bit of cheesecloth under there, or let's see. Oh, there we go. I like it. I like it a lot. So if you're here watching, please feel free to say hello or just watch, whatever suits your fancy. I'm just glad you're here. I've just got not just about, I have tons of stuff that's not out. I have a lot of stuff out on my desk right now, and just cleaning up pieces that I had made a long time ago and have been just sitting and just needed decorating. So there we go. There is that one. Little cluster on the front of that envelope, offset. I like it. I don't know if it needs something up here, but I don't think so. I like it just like that. Okay, the next one. And get these little flowers back in the bag, or I will have them everywhere on the floor. Ooh, that goes really pretty on there. We'll keep that out. Let's see, what do we want to put on here? What would be pretty? How about, oh, if I can find them, there they are. I've got a little bucket of yo-yos and some pearls. Let's see if any of these, oh, and some buttons. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. Some other little beads. Let's see. Would a green one be pretty on there? I think it might. Or maybe this one, like down in the corner. Or what if we layered them? That gets awful bulky. Let's not layer them. I kind of like that. Down in the corner. And I have some of this writing kit that I printed off. I purchased this from Victoria Designs because I did my correspondence journal, and I printed out every single page of the kit, and maybe one of these would be cute tucked in a little envelope. So let's see if I can find something in the way of writing that is little and would work. I've got these all mixed up. There's so many papers in this kit. I went through, I think, almost a whole ream of paper printing this out. And luckily, I have the HP Instant Ink program. So, and after printing all of this, I got a notice, we're sending you more ink. I thought, well, yes, that would be a good idea because I used a lot. So I love the Instant Ink because I don't have to worry. Okay, there's some small circles. Some really small circles. Small, some small. There was some more small ephemera in this kit, but I have an idea. Here we go. What if we cut this out? And actually, I'm going to cut not the square, but I'm going to cut out the rounded corners. And then put this on the front with that little yo-yo on it. I'm thinking that might be cute. I need to sort this kit into writing pages versus small ephemera so that I can quickly find stuff that I need. Nope, it was this one. So if I put that on the front like that, and then I stick this yo-yo on here, still needs something, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Trying to find my inker here so I can ink up the edges. I like making these yo-yos. This is actually from the curtain department at Joann's. These are curtain brads. And they're so pretty because they're metal, they're nice, they're decorative. And of course I try to get them when they're on sale, so they're inexpensive to boot. All right. put that and that. Now I've also got, no, I think those are too big. Let's see, what else do we want? Let's look. It's a little plain looking. How about a little bit of lace? No, that purple doesn't work. Let's see what else I have. Let's look at a piece of this. I like that. We're getting there. What else could we put on here? Oh, I had made, I don't know where it went, but I tied a little bow out of a piece of fabric and I'm not seeing it. How about if we put a little piece of lace peeking out the bottom of this? Okay, let's keep looking. Surely there's going to be something in here we can find. I don't know, maybe a word. Maybe just a word. Let me use glue stick on this because it's just paper on paper. If I could find my glue book. You know, that's the problem. I get all this stuff out while I'm crafting and then I can't find anything. I cannot find my glue book. Okay. Well, I'm just going to glue on the mat and hope that I don't get too much on it. All right. There is that, and we'll do this. We'll put a little bit of lace on the top. I'll glue this is something that I have a challenge with. I'll lay things down and I'll like how they look, but then when I go to glue them down, they don't always come out exactly the way I had them. So I try to glue in layers, or I'll take a picture. There's another little tip, is take a picture. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? And now I got this new little ideology clipping sticker book. It's got little phrases in it, so maybe if I find something that will go on there. A writer of influence. She wanted no reminders of realities and responsibilities. Huh. I like the writer of influence. I just don't think it's enough words. I think I need to spread it out. So I need something a little longer. Let's see. She was a strange little girl. Veronica. Hey, Mousy Deb. Tammy had to leave. She'll be back. So I'm just working on ephemera that's been sitting in my just sitting in my little boxes forever. It needed to be finished. And so I decided that I would just turn on the camera. Oh, hey, Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda, did you say you were going to do an unboxing video? I've been watching for it. I'm going to use... I'm going to use this one that says... because I need something kind of long. Where did I find that? I'm catching up on swaps and doing some scrap busting. Yes, I am. Oh, you did it already. Oh, I can't wait to see it. You got a big box. There we go. She wanted no reminders of realities and responsibilities. I love that. So, she wanted no reminders of realities and responsibilities. So there we go. She wanted no reminders of realities and responsibilities. So let's move over a little. And I'll ink up those edges too. What do you guys think? Well, darn, that thing doesn't want to stay straight. She wanted no reminders of realities, and this is a little envelope. What do you guys think? I like it. Oh, it's, oh, okay. I've been watching the wrong channel. I gotta go watch that because I wanted to see you open everything. She wanted. So I'll have to show you. Give me a second here and I'll show you guys. And so you, Veronica, you don't want to think about reality. I have those days. Hey, you guys, tomorrow I have my 2-week checkup after surgery. It's my first doctor's appointment since surgery. And I really think I'm doing well. We'll see what the doctor says. But although I have to say, I have had more pain in the second week than I did the first week after surgery. And I think it's just because things are healing up and it's sore. And I think also they put those dissolvable stitches in, and sometimes I'll move and I can like feel it pull. And I think those stitches are starting to come apart, and I may have to go in and glue those down, but for now it'll do. What do you guys think? Okay for a little envelope? Decorated enough? Oh, hey, Debbie V. Oh, Debbie V, I do not have your mailing information, and I have a package for you. It's not a lot, but I do have an order for you. So I need, here's the other one that I just did before you guys got on. This also is an envelope. So let me show you some of the things that I did since y'all are just coming in. Oops, not that box. Where did my box go of my finished stuff? Well, darn. There it is. Okay, so I had some offcuts from some, I think when I was making my journal covers. Yes, you're right, Mousy, and I think a lot of things that I'm doing that. You want it, so yes. Okay, well, you guys know that I do send out some happy mail. So I had these like double, they were just scrapbooking paper. This, I don't know if any of you joined when I did the making things out of all the extra thread that I had from tearing fabric, but that was one of the pieces I made and I stuck it on there. This was a fabric cluster that I had, same thing. And this, I love this. This was more of the string, some cheesecloth, some wonky sewing. My sewing machine was acting up, and I found out that the bobbin was threaded incorrectly, and I have no clue how that happened. And then some of these I haven't sewn around, but I had these little, I'm going to use them as journal cards. I thought about using these as pockets, but with this little stuff at the top, I thought it would just, get caught up and stuff. So these are going to be journal cards. I've got that one. I've got that one. And this was funny. I had a button that had broken. And so I just glued it onto the end there. And then I have that one. And these I need to sew around, these two. This one I did. So I made those. Let me see. Some of this stuff was pretty much all done. Oh, I did this one. So I had this had been a master board, and it had this honey sticker on it. So I decided to use that, and I put this little round, bee down here with some lace. Again, some more of my threads and a little piece of cotton. And then I stuck this little journal card in there. And then I had Cox's Hive syrup. So I put that on some papers with some threads. And so that's another one that I just made. This one I did this morning. And she was pretty much done. I think all I had to do was sew around this one. Everything else was done. But isn't she cute? And these are little tags that fit in this side pocket. Oh, this one we just did this morning. So that was fun. And it is also, it's a pocket made out of a junk mail envelope. This one I did. I had the background and I sewed around it. And then I had this cluster with the lace and the bow, and I had this little paper cluster, and I just stuck it on the front and it fit perfectly. And it's also going to be a pocket. Oh, and these. Hey, Jess. I love these. So this is, I had just the cards cut out. And I put little pockets. If you guys remember from a couple of my sales, I had that Lokta paper that was made from the Lokta plant in Nepal, I guess. That's what that is. And then I sewed around these two, and I tucked these little cards in there, and I put a label, and so that will be a pocket. And then this is similar. Again, a little card that I sewed around. So I just kind of let it go, I mean, and if you can see my desk, I have everything out. So this I had made a long time ago. I sewed around it. This is really long. This would be for a large journal. It would be a belly band, but it's also a pocket. So in her hat, there are some large tags. And then I coffee dyed or a tea dyed this little applique, and then I had a little ruffle I put beneath it, the applique, and then a little button on top. So that'll be a big old pocket / belly band. And oh, and then I made this tag. So I had just the paper tag. It had the key and the heart on it, but today we put this embellishment, put some lace at the top, and then some yeah, but I haven't invoiced you yet, Debbie, because I didn't have your information. So, don't worry about it. I'm certainly not worried about it. And then, like I said, we did these 2 little envelopes. Which one did you say you loved? Who was it? Veronica said she loved. Which one was it? The bird or the yo-yo on the envelope? All right. The yo-yo. I'm going to send it to you, Veronica. Oh, the one with the saying that really fits you right now. I got it. I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes. But I will send it. So we'll do Veronica. All right. So you guys, is this stuff, and tell me honestly, because I know you can make your own. If I put handmade stuff like this in my sales, is this stuff that you would be interested in, or do you want to stick more to my finds from the, the thrift stores and the estate sales? Because I can really do either. I mean, I can add this kind of stuff to it. You guys want to see something amazing? Look at this box. I'm going to try to lift this up so you can see. Oh, see me too. Oops. Look at this box of lace. I got this whole box at an estate sale. So yes, I will be selling lace. It's amazing. The whole tub is full. Ooh, there's some pretty stuff. So I've been sort of using stuff out of it before I sell it. But it is amazing, the whole thing. Add them into your sales. Hey, Jude. Okay. I know I've sold my bookmarks before. So let's put a little bit of that. I love buying handmade things also. Okay. Jude, your package is on the way. It took me a little bit to get it out because the weight was more than I was supposed to pick up, so I had to have hubby put it in the car for me. And I will go ahead and come back down a little bit so you don't have to look at me leaning over my table. You can also mix it up. Some, Mel and Paula and Debbie do handmade too. Yeah. I've been really just doing mostly my, my vintage, my haul stuff, but I do have some handmade, and I don't make that many journals. I do some. I have to show you guys something. And just so you guys know, Tuesday's sale, I will be selling this Tuesday, is going to be a book sale. I am going to put it up today. So this is my correspondence journal. I don't know if you guys saw it. I still have the strings down here. I'm going to put some charms on. This is my correspondence journal. And when people send me stuff or send me little notes, my crafty friends, I'm going to put it in this journal. So I'll give you a little flip through. It's mostly blank right now. And I didn't decorate it much because I wanted to decorate each page as I put stuff in. So this is a recycled priority mailbox that I got. And then I just have pages of different sizes, different colors, different, stuff where I can put I'm optimistic I'm going to get a lot of mail because it's a big journal, but I'll have it for a long time. This is a little clippy thing that I put in, piece of that wallpaper that I was selling. This page is from a friend. She doesn't participate in our groups much, but I met her on a different group. And she sent me, this was last year, she sent me a dog Monopoly game. And it had the board, and she said, a good place to see this stuff out. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll look at that, Jess. So she sent me the board that she thought I could use as a journal cover. And there were just all sorts of little things. And then on the outside of the package, she drew this doghouse for Barney. And so again, this is that Locta paper. I'm telling you guys, I know it didn't sell really well, but it is amazing. It's got this shiny gold in it. And I put some cardboard down here. And so I just decorated. And then this is her note that she sent me. And then a couple of pieces of the goodies that were in there. Helping dogs, $25 rent. Good dog, your dog buries a bone. So isn't that cute? So anyway, I made this little page for her mail. And the only other thing I have in here right now is this Christmas card from Rose Harbor, and I think a lot of you got them. She handmade Christmas cards and sent them out. And I thought it was so pretty. So I made this is just a piece of tracing paper, I think, or parchment paper, and it's actually coming apart. I need to glue it down again. And I just put some Christmassy stuff on it and stuck that in there. So only 2 pages that I have done anything with, but I'm loving this journal. And I have other happy mail. I just have to find it, or notes from people, like in orders that I receive. Sometimes I'll get a note. And I save all of that stuff. So I just thought it would be fun to look back and remember, things that people had sent. So anyway, this is the correspondence journal. Got a doily in there. And then so this page actually has a pocket and a tag that I can use. Then it's mostly just blank. And I'm really finding that I'm drawn more to blank journals than I am to decorated journals, because then that way I can do my own thing. Here's more wallpaper with a pocket, and then it opens up and there's 2 pockets here on the inside and another pocket on the back. So this was just a center page that I made out of the wallpaper stuff I had. This I'm going to use as a belly band. I just don't know where, so I have it stuck in here for now. I don't know if you guys saw the video I did on braiding paper, but that's one of the pieces I'm. And then another butterfly pocket with a tag. A little brown bag. I don't think I decorated anything else in the rest of it. Nope. And then I haven't decorated the inside of the cover. So I'll just decorate as I go. And then these are all little tags. So yeah, this is my little correspondence journal. And I love it. I really love it. The other thing I'm going to make, you guys, I have, from my childhood, without going into a whole lot of detail. I just have stories, especially of my grandparents. They were so special to me. And I have all these little anecdotal stories. And I always kind of wanted to write them down in a book, but I don't like writing. Oh, thanks, Debbie, on the braided paper. Yeah, I'm trying to use some of the stuff that I make. So I'm not a big fan of writing per se, and so I didn't want to look at doing a book, but I thought what I would do, much like that correspondence journal, I thought I would make a memories journal and leave it largely undecorated. And then as I think of memories from my childhood that I especially like, or even from my early adult years or my, any time in my life, actually, when I think about a memory that I can quickly jot down, I thought I would jot it down, create a page, excuse me, create a page for it, and then put it in that memories journal. And then at some point in my life, I can give it to my son and he can, have all the stories that I remembered. So that's another journal that I need to make. But back to this. Nope, too matchy. Let's see here. What do we want to put on this one? If you oh good, mix it up. I'm trying to catch up on chat here. I think I'll do a little bit. I won't, my sales won't get to be, to the point where they're mostly handmade by any means, because I love doing my estate sales. And I got to sell that stuff I buy because it takes over my house. You saw that big tub of lace. Okay, what shall we put on this one? Let's see. I'm just kind of looking around. Anybody have any ideas? So Veronica, now I'm stumped a little bit. Oh, here's some little cluster things, and I made these so long ago. Let's see if there's anything in here. That kind of looks cute. These were leaves that I cut and dried. Put that with the little... Oh, here's this one. That's pretty on there. If we put some fabric or lace or ribbon behind it. Some of these are just too little. I love making these things up and just having them in a bag. Okay, you guys vote. Apothecary. So here we go. So either this with something behind it, or this with maybe a little something over here. So this is A, and this is B. Which one do you like better? A or B? But jar is good too. Oh, good, Veronica. A. Oh, Becky. Hi, Becky. Oh, I got an A and a B. So I need a tiebreaker. Although I think mix A. Okay. All right. And Jude likes A. So I got 3 for A. Sorry, Mousy Deb. I had 3 for A. So let's put A on there. Let me put the rest of these away. Do you guys make up little things like this and just put them in a bag and have them available for when you need something quick? Yeah, Becky, how are you feeling? All right. So there's that. Now, what are we going to put underneath it? I think it needs something a little bit ruffly. Let's see what I've got. Oh, I wonder, I really do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like ruffled lace, but there are times when it just fits the bill. And I think I can find any in this massive box of lace. I think this might be one of those times. Bear with me, I'm digging through the box to see if I can find ruffled, but it's all too big. Look at this lace, y'all. Look at that green in there. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you see that? Hey, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. I'm just crafting. And look at this one. This is gorgeous too, with the blue in it. There were some pretty, pretty laces in this box. I just dropped one and now I can't find it. Well, I'm not finding anything ruffled that is small enough to put. And look at this trim. This is vintage. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? The blue one is yours. Well, send me an email and tell me how many yards of it you would want. There's not a whole lot there, but I have no problem putting it aside for you. Huh. I am just not seeing. And I know I have tons of ruffled lace because I don't care for it. And maybe we'll just have to put some of this sticking out the side. Maybe this one. Oops. Nope, I really want something ruffly. Hang on, ladies. Hey, Lisa J. Thanks for joining. I am just not finding what I'm looking for here, ladies. And I know what I want. Bear with me a minute. I gotta go look in another box. Talk amongst yourselves, as Gail Augustinelli would say. Here we go. Every time I turn around in this room, I find more stuff. And it is stuff. It's crazy, crazy. So I think I told you guys, but I'll repeat it because I know we've had some more people come in. Tuesday's sale is going to be a book sale. Let's see, that's too wide. I want something really tight. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's the same stuff. Um, I'm just not finding. You know, I really, really dislike that ruffled lace, and when I don't want it, that's all I can find. And now that I want a piece of it, of course I can't find it. Hmm. Well, I may have to resort to plan B. Hey, look, I want to show you guys. Just use the flat running basting. That's what I was just thinking. Look at this boho trim that I found at a thrift store. Is this? Hey Veronica, if you want a little tutorial and learn how to do it, email me or message me on Facebook. I'd be happy to get online with you um, and teach you how to do it. Isn't that great? I think Mimi is going to love this because it's got the orange in it. But anyway, I found that at a thrift store. Okay. I just. Ooh, I like that brown with that. Okay, hang on. I gotta do the little basting stitch thing. You know, I've got so many piles of lace. I just am flabbergasted that in all this lace, I can't find what I'm looking for. But we will punt. Let's see. I want long stitch. Hang on, I'll be right back, ladies. I'm at the sewing machine. All right. So here we are. And, I did a 12-minute tips video on this with fabric because what we call ruffles are really pleats. This is how you ruffle. And so I did a video on that on 12-minute tips about how to actually get a ruffle and not a pleat. High pitched noise. What, the sewing machine? It was quick. Oh, no, my volume wasn't down. I was away from the microphone. I was walking around my room looking for some lace. So it should be good now. And that high pitched noise, I don't know what to tell you it was other than the sewing machine. Hey, I'm going to start on the metals front. Becky, you'll enjoy this. I have a new product in mind. I want to make, those little photo holders that have, they're kind of on a stand. They'll have a little base and then a little rod, and then there'll be something decorative at the top. And behind it is, I call them roach clips. I guess they're alligator clips. My husband says I'm dating myself. Um, Mousy. Volume gone. Oh, interesting. Okay, hang on. All right, can you guys hear me now? All right, is it fixed now? I just left the stream and came back in. Yay, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that, because I couldn't hear anything high pitched, so I'm glad you guys said something instead of just leaving, because I couldn't hear it. All right, I've got a little lace ruffle that I made myself because I couldn't find what I wanted. And we're gonna put that on here and get back to making. I suppose the other thing I could have done was just bunch it up as I was gluing it down. That's weird about the high pitch. No, we like you too much. Aww. That just made my day, Veronica. Okay. Let's glue this puppy down. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to make out of copper some of those photo holders. And on the front of them, where there, that's what I was looking for, something ruffly sticking out of there. Don't you guys like the little ruffle? I do. And then the piece that's decorative that has a little roach clip soldered behind it, I'll decorate that with either some stamping, like grandma's little angels, and then grandma could put a picture of her grandkids in there, or whatever little sayings, or I can do custom and put specific names on them. So that's my next idea for something metals and something new in my product line. I'll have to make a prototype, but then once I make a prototype, I will do some online live. The other thing is, tell me what you guys think about this. So I was talking to Shauna, she mods for me, and she makes, I'll bet again, if you come across. Oh, okay. I didn't see your request. Lace trim that matches the dusty blue / teal in Vagabond. I don't know. Can you send me a picture? And I know colors vary in pictures, but can you send me a picture? Just email me, Mousy. And then I will absolutely keep my eye out because I run into all kinds of laces at these estate sales. It's incredible how much lace these people had. Now, I think it needs a little word right here. So let's find a word. Let's see. If I cut that. Yep, I'm back. I don't know what happened, but something happened and I disappeared. I have no clue what happened. I'm going to move my mouse out of the way. There I am. You know, it's funny that technology is wonderful and we really rely on it. And if you think about what's going on right now, how amazing is it that we are all over the world? I mean, Jude's here, she's in New Zealand, and we are all together and we're communicating, watching the same thing, and I'm sitting in my little craft room doing my thing. And how amazing is technology? But man, we get one little blip in that technology and we hate it. When really, and you know, it hasn't been that long ago since Bell invented the telephone. Yeah, I am, Lisa. I don't know what's going on. And I'm home alone, so I can't blame it on my husband doing something with the network. There, that's what that one needed, and it needed that yellow to tie in with the jar. Okay, ladies, what do you think? You like? Oh, I don't know why it doesn't. There we go. There's the focus. All right, there's that piece done. And that is another envelope. Go in my envelope section. All right, let's see what else I have to decorate. I have all these pieces and I created them so long ago. Oh, look at this envelope. I didn't do the back of it because I think I was going to use it as, oh, maybe I should do this and make it a flip out because it's awful big. What would you guys use this as? I wish I could be that good. What good, Veronica? I'm just slapping stuff on paper. But you know what I find? I do find, Veronica, the more I do it, the more, I don't want to say the better I get, but the more I have an eye for it. Do you know what I mean? If I haven't done it for a while and I sit down to do this stuff, I really struggle. But I've been doing this now for several days and it's really, really helped. My little bone folder here. I'm going to have to glue down some of these. So I think we'll just make this into, I'll put a little piece of lace over there, because I've got some pieces that are not stuck down all the way, but I think that's okay. And I think what I want to do is take a little bit of that flat lace that I couldn't seem to get rid of. Oh, you know what else might be pretty? How about that instead? Because this isn't really a lacy piece. How about if we do... And I'm just taking stuff that I have on my desk or on the floor around my desk. I'm really and truly not, Veronica, I'm not putting a lot of thought into it. Okay, let's do that. Is there an easy way to get a seam out? No, unfortunately there's not. And I have spent my fair share of time ripping out seams, and it is no fun. It is no fun at all. All right. So that's about halfway. All right. I want to go. I'm trying to make this fabric go a little above and a little below. Then if I want to add lace or something else there, I can, but at least it's stuck down. So there we go. So I've got a little folio here, and I think what I want to do, maybe that's not going to work. I guess I could put my heat gun on it. I think I want to tear these off because I don't want the extra. Should be out in the sunshine, maybe in the greenhouse. Oh, hey, Kelly. I know, me too, but I've been really good about not getting in the garden yet. Because I've got, like I mentioned earlier, I've got my 2-week checkup from my surgery tomorrow, and I wasn't supposed to like lift anything heavy or, you know, do anything like that. So I have been really good about staying in the craft room and doing low stress stuff while my body heals. But I hear you. You feel like you should be out there and you feel guilty that you're not. Now, here's the $64,000 question. Should I leave that as an opening so I can tuck something in and then maybe just put something, you know, down here and maybe put a little notebook in there and leave these open as tuck spots? What do you guys think? Help me out. Well, you know what, Kelly, you've got to take care of yourself first, because that garden's always going to be there. All right, you guys, what should I do? Should I seal up and just cover this up and just make it a little flippy thing, maybe with some paper, like a little notepad? Or should I leave these as pockets? I could sew down the middle to close these two. Leave this as pockets and then put a pad in there. I always look for tuck spots, fun things hidden. Okay, let's do that. Let me sew down the middle really quick. Hang on. Hopefully I won't throw my sounds out of whack again. Okay. That's cute. And that gave that spine a little extra stability. All right, so we have sewing down there. So that really makes these pockets. Now I need to cover this, and I'm not sure. I'm okay with that. Oh, it's torn here, so maybe not. I need to cut a couple of pieces to stick down in there just to do that, but let's cover the inside first. And what do you guys think? Should I use fabric to cover it or paper? I think maybe paper is easier, although fabric is more fun. Hang on, let me see what I have in my scrap bin here. So I have this wood. That might be kind of fun with this other stuff on the front. What do you guys think? Do you like the wood grain? Question, after you Mod Podge your rice paper to your canvas, do you still need to Mod Podge on top of it? I don't know. I have rice paper, but I really don't use it much. I've not really used it at all. I think I'm just going to do this. And I think if I can find it, there it is, I'm just going to glue stick it. But I am going to put some scraps. I can find my scrap box. I want to put here we go. I want to put some scraps in here so that it doesn't stick my envelope together if we're going to keep that as a tuck spot. All right. And for the life of me, I cannot find my glue book, so I'm just gluing on the desk and then cleaning it afterwards because I have no clue where it went. I'm bad that way. Yeah, you can do for a sealant, you can do Mod Podge. You can also do like a matte medium. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing straight across the top. There we go. And a credit card. Red Roof Inn card. You guys turn in your hotel keys when you leave, those little cards. Okay. So there's that, and we'll cut that off. Well, that was not good planning. I left this over. Oh no, I guess I can pull it up. And then I sewed down past it, but don't you love when you do one step of a project and then you get to another step and you realize, oh, that was not a good idea. I screwed that up. Now, I also need to make sure I didn't cut my envelope, and I did. So, plus I don't want this paper coming up. So, I have a fix for that. Well, actually, probably should put that on the scoring board, but I'm not gonna. Buckled a little bit here. Oh, and that's just because of the pockets. That's okay. I'm sure we'll decorate something over that. Okay. So what I'm going to do along here is take some washi tape and I'll fold it up over the bottom for two reasons. One, because I cut that, and two, because I don't want the paper coming up. I want to. Now I am going to cut off these little extra little flappy things for the envelope, because I'm not going to cover those. I'm not going to cut something down to size just to cover that little tiny piece of triangle. There we go. And now this one. I'm back. Hello, Deb. There we go. So this is just an envelope. And Veronica, you were talking about, like being stumped as to what to do. Here's a good idea for just something. Just take an envelope. This is just a junk mail envelope, and just start laying down pieces of scrap paper. And just keep layering and layering until it gets the way you want it. And I actually do that. In fact, Rhonda was here a little bit ago. No, it wasn't Rhonda. It was Tammy Passions. I had to send her something that got missed on one of her shipments. And so here's another one that I have. And this one's all coming up. I need to glue it back down, but this one gets a lot of use. But here's another one that I did. And I actually did the back of this one too. And this actually holds all my little words. I keep all those in there. But you can make these little envelopes to send letters in. And it's fun. It's fun to just, play and use up your scraps. And then when people get the envelopes, especially if you send things out to family or friends who aren't into this, they're amazed at the way the envelopes, the way they look when they get them. And then I just take a piece of coffee dyed paper. Well, on this, you could stick something in and put the address in the middle, but It's in before I signed off and said thank you for looking. Okay. Yeah, I'll be happy to look through actually what I have, and I'll keep my eyes out while I'm at sales. Next weekend there's supposed to be another really good sale. There wasn't one this weekend, so I didn't really. Well, I did go out. I went to a couple of thrift stores, but there was no estate sale. All right, so yeah, so making these little envelopes is fun, and then you can turn it into something like this. This is buckling though, and I don't like that, but we'll cover that. All right, so here's where we are. I now need to put something on the inside here to, although I don't know, that doesn't look so bad, does it? What do you guys think? Just leave the security? I mean, it's firm because it's got the collaging on the other side. It does have this little tear right here, but I could ink that. What do you think? Should I put some more paper in the top here, or just leave it and just do some little decoration on the inside? I'm kind of opting for just some little decoration because I'm being lazy. I do want to punch some holes in here, though, or not holes, but half circles. And I want it to go down about that far. There we go. Okay. Oh, now that takes it down lower, so maybe we do need to leave it. But then, Becky, look what I have here. It's showing where the window is. And that looks kind of funky. Maybe we'll just do, well, I think I need to put something in there, even if it's just a piece of coffee dyed paper, which I have plenty of. I actually have some of this scrap. So this one's not going to be tall enough. That's probably not. I'm muttering to myself. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, I got a new paper trimmer. I got one of the guillotine, but it's a big one. And I think now that I have this and I love it so much, I think that I want to get a small one for small bits. So that was, so maybe about 4 1/4. I wasn't sure that I needed one, and then I finally broke down and got it, and no, I need to be 4. I love it. Okay, let's see how deep it needs to go. Yeah, I can add doodads later. Well, dadgummit. I made it too short. After I thought I was measuring and being so careful. Okay, there's one. And I'll glue this one in. I hardly ever remember to use my little one. Really? Well, that big one is just so big. I mean, I got it big because I do a lot with 12 by 12 papers, and thought, if I get a little one, I'm not going to be able to work with my little papers. And now that I have it, did I say little papers? My big papers. Anyway, now that I have it, I'm thinking, oh, it would be really handy to have a little one for like this job that I just did, where I don't really need to pull out the whole big paper trimmer. But I love the guillotine trimmer so far. I really, really love it because my other ones, the blades were getting so dull. Oh, now mine, the one I got, and I didn't get one of the scrapbooking ones, like from one of the scrapbooking companies. I got a different one, and it's supposed to have self-sharpening blades on it, so we'll see. But it's supposed to stay sharp. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Time will tell. I've only had it for a few days now, but and it's so funny because there, that looks better. It's so funny because I love to buy stuff on Amazon. I love getting the packages. And if I don't have something coming, I will find something to order. I'm really mad about that. And if I know that I need 2 or 3 things, I don't order them all on the same day, because I want to get multiple packages. I'm like a little kid at, Christmas time with that stuff. And I want to be getting my packages and having fun opening them. And I don't want to get everything on the same day. All right. So I'm just going to mark this one with a pencil if I can find one. I know I bought a set with all the So what are you guys cutting that requires such heavy cardstock? Man, that just cuts like a knife through butter. I love it. Okay, put the paper in there. I think it does look a little better. Yep. I was pulling together a workbook. Not heavy cardstock. Oh, just scrapbook paper. Oh, yeah. Some of those companies that make scrapbook paper, their stuff is so thick. I haven't bought scrapbook paper in I can't tell you how long. I have so much of it that I have promised myself I'm going to start using some of it before I buy more, because it's to the point of being ridiculous. And I really don't need any more. So I've been on a mission to use up papers. I saw somebody, and maybe one of you guys saw it. There was somebody who recently did a video of taking ugly scrapbook paper that you wouldn't normally use, and then taking punches like flowers or even just circles, taking a punch and punching out shapes where you get the color, of the paper, because you might like the colors, but just not the pattern. And then punching a hole in them and putting glossy accents on them and making little dangles, like little charms. And they really came out cute. And they were, it was a way to use up some of your old cardstock that you don't like, but still, use it up, find a way to use it up. So I was thinking I might do that one of these days, maybe on a live stream. Okay, so there's that. These things aren't stuck down very well. I'm going to have to go through and add some more glue. A lot of time the ugly papers aren't so, yeah, that's true. And if you have some interesting die cuts, the other thing you can do, if you've got those wildflower die cuts, those, are really nice to do with some of the ugly papers because, again, you don't necessarily see the pattern. Okay. Now, what's next? Now I got to find some washi tape that I like for the bottom. And I want something fairly wide. Let's look at this one. So, did you guys see my 12-minute tips video on my washi storage? I absolutely love it. If you have a system you love, great. But if you're struggling to find a way to store your washi tapes, I love this. I just take a piece of twine and I tie them in. I have them, like, this is sort of my vintage stuff. And then I have one that is more floweries, one that's geometrics. I have one for my cloth washi tape.